I've spoken a little bit on here about my modeling career. So that's me. I think I was maybe like 10 or 11. And I'm going to give you my experience and some advice. I'm going to leave the name of the agency out because it's like not important right now. But they were a big agency. And I just want to say that it was very hard for me to get signed. It took me like 2 years. I was little. But I was like so determined to be a working actor. And yes, my commercials are floating out there on the internet. I was an actor for 20 years of my life, actor and model. I lived in New York City, I lived in LA, I lived in Brooklyn. I became a hairstylist later in life, and I also do Onlyfans. Okay, so I want to just like give you the breakdown of why later in life I chose to do a platform like Onlyfans. As an actor and a model, the amount of work that you have to do that you don't get paid for is insane. The amount of money you spend commuting, parking, headshots, acting coaches, all of that stuff is a major expense in and of itself. I couldn't even imagine doing it now with the gas the way it is. Fuck that. Driving around the earth. Fuck that. Later in life, I was like 27. I had done It's Okay, I'm an Actor, which is a web series. You can find it on YouTube. I did that web series and we finished with the series. I had a short film that was in the San Francisco Indie Fest. I went to that. And when I got home, I was like, I'm done with the industry. I had it. It was a lot. When I started working in the early 90s, you could make enough money to live your life for the year on one commercial. Then when the internet came out, they would give you buyouts. They would buy you out for $1,500. Half would go to the government, 20% would go to your manager, 10% would go to your agent. And then what are you left with, $300? How am I supposed to live on $300? I had suffered enough. I was SAG, so you can't really do a lot of side stuff, but how else are you supposed to get exposure when your look isn't in for like 15 years? This was like 1995, 1996. We actually shot this at the Brooklyn Botanical Gardens, which I ended up getting married very close to that later in life. My look was in here. And then Kate Moss came in, and I'm like a curvy woman. And as I was going through puberty, oh my God. So my look was out for like a million fucking years. I was not getting paid because I was doing these like web series things. And I came home one day and I was like, I'm done. I said to my ex-husband, I cannot do this anymore. It truly is like, if you come from great wealth or if you come from a cushy background, you could take it all the way. You could do it all day. But if you have to like work a side job and then do that, it is so exhausting. Okay, so anyway, I quit, and then I ended up getting contacted by this photographer. He was doing this cool Brooklyn website. I don't know if I want to say the name of it. Maybe I'll leave it in the comments down below. His website was like sexy lingerie, women in their own environment. I did that, and he ended up having an app that you could subscribe to. It was awesome. It was before OnlyFans, all that stuff. I did that, and I just feel like if you're an unconventional person, if you're an artist, if you are quirky, like people like with my vibe, we're not great in the office. There's a lot of visits to HR. There's a lot of calls to the principal's office. So I always knew. I knew in 6th grade that I was going to be an offbeat character. I just knew. Cut to 2020. The world ends. OnlyFans comes on the scene. Here's my advice to young women who are doing OnlyFans or any sort of lingerie modeling. If you want to have a long career, start out showing cleavage. Okay? You can't be, look, do whatever you want. Do whatever resonates with you. Me personally, that didn't resonate with me I'm just a quirky artist, painter, photographer, hairstylist, makeup artist, woman, right? And these platforms, they give me that creativity and the compensation to, create art and get compensated for it. But I'm telling you right now, set your personal bar very, very low. You do not, if you don't want to get into anything cray, then you can't jump out the gate being cray. If you want to have a long career, you got to stretch it out. Less is more. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this little part 1 of this series. Let's talk about it. I have a lot of advice. I've had to deal with a lot of creepy people in my life. And I was with big name agencies, so, it happens across the board. It just is what it is. But I hope that you guys follow me on this journey. If I could answer any of your questions, I absolutely will. But yeah, I was just a regular old actor and model, and then I got fed up with the industry, and I got fed up with them giving us like $12 after all of our hard work, and I took matters into my own hands.